Hello, everyone. I hope you guys can hear me. Um, let's see who else I see. I see a couple of people have joined. If you could just let me know you hear me in the chat portion, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, that has to be the wrong. All right, yep, it is. It's wrong. I got more than one webcam, so I have one on my laptop, and then I have the one that apparently is being rude right now. All right. Gotta love when you're doing things and you're like, oh great, it's working, and then all of a sudden, just kidding. Oh, okay. Hey, Allie. All right. I am just apparently it's just me and you right now. Oh, okay, there's a bunch of other people. Feel free, whoever just joined, just say hello so I know you're here. And I'll be getting things started here in probably about 1 minute. Hello, Melissa. All right, thank you for letting me know who's on. Just kind of getting the feel of doing this again because it's been a minute. Um, so 11/11, huge day. Um, awesome. I try to put it at the top, and I tried to tag at everyone in the group because I was like, this was acting up. It wouldn't let me go on my laptop. It only let me go on mobile. And I like mobile for some things, but when I'm trying to multitask, I like to use my mobile for other things while I'm on doing a live because I want to I wrote things and I want to be able to read it off of my phone versus trying to maneuver it through the computer. So that is why there was a new link. Anyway, okay. So I know you guys got your checks, you got your candles, um, any deities or anybody you want to work with. I have, and I'll show you guys in a little bit because since it's not my little webcam that I could have just pulled off, it's my actual laptop. I have to move it. And I don't want to move it right now, so I don't want to interfere with anything like moving it. So I'm just gonna tell you it's right next to me. I do have this is ancestor money. I will be burning this momentarily to send to you guys so that you guys are getting that extra love from your ancestors and that extra prosperity. Ancestor money is something that you can do whenever you're doing a ritual. You can actually buy this money. Um, and you just burn it to give to them to the afterlife. If you know any of the folklore or mythology about when a loved one has died, there's different lores and different cultures. Putting coins on their eyes so that they can give it to the ferryman. In other cultures, there's money. You leave money with them or gold, whatever, so that they can take it to the other side. Um, to get to things. So, oh, awesome. Hi, Devin. But yeah, so that's why I'm burning the money for you guys so that we are, thanking them and everything. And it's kind of going hands in hand with us in America right now. On November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day, and veterans are usually, our ancestors. Not saying that they're dead. I'm just saying like they're part of the family, or um, one thing that a lot of people kind of misconstrue on ancestor stuff is anybody can be your ancestor, because think about it, we're all connected in some form, way, or another. So whoever you want to call in, ancestor wise, it's we're all connected, so it's fine. um I am going to start off with one of my prayers and get kind of in the mindset for you guys so that I am only calling in certain things. You guys do whatever you do, but I like to at least do this so that I'm protecting my space, my energy, everything, and my Florida water. I'm going to spritz that a little bit, cleanse myself, cleanse my space. I actually have been keeping on YouTube. There's a YouTube going on right now. It's live for like 24 hours, I think, of 1111 manifestation music. So I've been like charging that music with the altar so that we're bringing in that manifestation sound bite, because sound frequency is very huge. I love using sound frequencies in a lot of things that I do. That's why I chant. So if you ever were wondering like why do I always write spells, it's because I always chant them, and I keep going over and over, and I'm focused on that intent. All right. So I invite friends, loved ones, spirit guides, ancestors, and helpers into my circle. Only the highest of the spiritual realm are welcome. Work with us, make yourselves known to us, help us to receive and understand messages that are needed for ourselves and others. Open wide the mind's eye that events may be seen which are to come. On this day, on 11/11, we ask you for abundance, and as it will, so mote it be. All right. So I'm going to grab a candle first, because I like to just talk about the candle. I do votives a lot. They're cheaper. I can buy them in like bulk packaging. Um, this is actual like votive money candle. It's already got the herbal and oils and everything. It's from one of my favorite companies called Coventry Creations. They're based in Michigan. The lady that has created this company has been around for 30 plus years. And it smells amazing. It's like got a like citrusy, like fruity smell. I don't know. It's just really nice. It's not overpowering. But there's actually she gives spells just like I do with my powders. She gives spells with her candles, and you can recite them as you're burning them. But I like to carve into my candles, so I'm gonna carve into my candle. You guys can do the same thing. You can put 1111. You can put dollar signs or whatever. Um, you can put your name on there, or if it's for the family, put the family name. I also like to put the infinity symbol because I want it to be infinite. Infinite, yeah. Sorry. I'm like, what am I saying right now? Okay. So I'm just doing this real quick, and then I'm doing a little. Okay. All right. So I got that bad boy. He's going in there. Um, and then we're moving on to checks. Okay. Now, I don't have a printer, so I made a flow check, handwritten, like on here. So it should kind of mirror yours. Okay. So we got date, amount, pay to, second line, which you'd write out the full, and then what it I'm not flicking you guys off, what it's for. So you don't put a date. Please do not put a date. Reason why I do not put a date is I don't want to have just one lump sum on that day. I want continuous flow of abundance coming to me. I don't want to stop it. So I don't put a date and I don't put an amount because that's all I'm getting then if I put both of those. So what I do is I actually go to pay to on that line. I put my name. Put my name, put your name, pay to me. On the next line, you're going to write paid in full. I'm going to show you what I mean. Okay. So just put the paid in full first, and then I'm going to show you what else you're going to do because you're going to draw a long line, and you're going to do this, and we're going to show you this real quick. Boop, boop. Okay. And the line and XX over 100. So again, paid in full, there's no amount. That last line on the bottom on the right hand side, right hand side if you're looking at it, you're going to put law of abundance. So this guy should look something similar to this. Now, what some things I might like to do on here, sometimes I write infinity symbols just randomly in like the open space. I am probably going to do 1111, but I'm going to do it in a way that's like not date like, if that makes sense. And then I also sometimes I put dollar signs on the check just to kind of, get that like almost like sigil type energy and the energy I'm concentrating on. And I put this on my altar. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to light my cauldron up. All right. Let's see. Well, okay. Kind of want to. So you guys can see what I got going on. I'm trying not to hold this as well as light something on fire because, you know me, I light myself on fire, which would be kind of funny, but not. Okay. Let's see. Well, you see I'm wearing a hoodie, right? Because it's cold here. It's like 20 degrees Fahrenheit right now. That's what that's what it feels like where I'm at because we got hit with a really weird cold snap. And so the wind chill makes it like super cold, and I'm not trying to catch my hoodie on fire either. So I'm just watching this real quick so that I don't catch anything else on fire. All right. Okay. So I went ahead and burned that money for you guys. Where's my phone? I actually have a chant and I can post this in the group afterwards, but I actually kind of made two of them because uh one's longer and one's shorter, so it's like whichever you guys kind of feel. So kind of just like went with that. Okay. So we're gonna go with the one I like first, and then the second one. Portal of 1111 open for me. All good things now flow in abundantly. Synchronicity guides my future is clear, welcoming wealth and joy far and near. I am deserving. I am ready. I receive the gifts of the universe. I fully believe. As I will it, so mote it be. So that was the first one. Second one is 1111 is the sign. Abundance now is mine. I am open. I am blessed, putting worries now to rest. So either of those, me, I like to, like I said, I'm a chanter, so I'll keep focusing on as soon as I light have my candle lit, I will focus on my intent for this ritual, on what I want to do, and chant that over and over again because it kind of gets me into a little seance or a little trance so that I'm connecting with spirit. And of course, okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions on anything so far? All right, good to know. Like I said, I'll post both of them into. Okay. So honestly, this was a short and sweet and simple ritual. It's nothing crazy. Um, this is just how I've done things. So I was taught this by another spiritual person. She likes to do these checks on the new moon because we're on the new moon, we are bringing in the new, right? So on the full moon, we're releasing, the new moon, we are bringing in. So every new moon, she likes to do a faux check to herself and she keeps them. So mind you, she does not um, light them on fire or anything. Um, she said you could bury them. Like I would probably bury them under your house if you were going that route. But I also like to keep these in a thing under my mattress because I'm sleeping and my mind's in the consciousness and it's, I'm connecting with spirit and everything that way. And they're like, oh, that's what you were doing. So kind of go that route with the checks. And like I said, you can do this on the new moons, but I felt like this is a good one for 1111 to attract that abundance, especially right now with what's going on in the world. Um, I know a lot of us are going to be struggling for the holidays coming up. Um, and I love 11/11. I've always done stuff on 11/11, um, ever since, even before I really considered myself a witchy person. I always just loved 11/11. I was like, make a wish. And we also have, I'm pretty sure this is worldwide right now, both Tuesday and Wednesday, because I know that in Australia, I think it's a Wednesday right now. Um, there is shooting stars. So, the wish upon a star, like all that's going on in the world and like the universe. Like, if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, like, I don't know what to tell you, but I think it's kind of cool that it's happening like 11/11, 11/12. Awesome. See, okay. So this is also something when I was taught this, I saw it happen. Um, Jim Carrey actually did this. So if you ever watch, you can find the video, I think, on YouTube. Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for like 1 million, I think. I don't remember the exact amount, but he wrote himself a check and he kept it in his wallet. And it happened. Like, he got that money from the one year that he had like 3 movies come out. He made that amount. So it was like Ace Ventura, I think Dumb and Dumber, and something else. But he believes in that kind of thing, like manifestation and all that stuff. So we're not the only ones that do it. Like, it's a thing. I just personally don't like to put in the amount. I like to leave it blank because it's telling the law of abundance, like, hey, I want this all the time. Um, so if you know all the different like laws, there's like law of abundance, law of love, like there's a whole bunch of different ones. I haven't read too much into it, but you can go down that rabbit hole if you want to. It's kind of cool to know that there's different laws and like what they're attracting if you're connecting it on that frequency, what you're doing. Heck yeah, that's true. That's true, Allie. Heck yeah. So yeah, I have this and one for my boyfriend because he did his own. I made him do his own. I also have the fairies. I called in the fairies. Um, and I gave honey to the fairies. I give alcohol to Ganesha. Everybody's got chocolate. Even the ancestors got chocolate. Of course, there's a salt barrier and my protective powder. And then you can take any of the herbs and grind them up. Like any, these are my powders, but I'm just saying in general, if you had any herbs and you ground them up, so add a little bit of like olive oil, and you could technically use that as ink and write on your check with it, or you could just take like a brush, dip it, and then like cover the check in the oil and herb combo. So it's kind of almost like you're putting a lacquer on the check to seal it with whatever herbs you wanted to do. So that's something you can do with any of your herbs. Um, that's for and like any type of ritual. If you're doing like petition work or whatnot, something different and unique that you forget that you can do with stuff that you have around the house. I've done it multiple times. I do it a lot for petitions, just to kind of seal them, especially if I'm doing it for somebody else. Like when I was jumping on live and doing petitions for you guys, I was sealing each one of them so that it was specifically for you. Yeah, I'm sure they're happy. Whiskey is definitely one that a lot of them love. They love whiskey, rum, moonshine. Um, I usually do wine because it's the cheapest for me to get. Um, no, no dumb questions. What's your question, Chica? Ooh, for an extraterrestrial? Okay. This is true. That is true. The only dumb questions are the ones you don't ask. Um, so the Fae are along the lines of like extraterrestrial or on that celestial level. They really like honey. So I usually give them honey, and then um, believe it or not, they'll do alcohol too. So it's kind of a thing, right? It is a great question. It's a really good question. But yeah, honey is something. Reason why I say that, if we look, and I don't know if you've ever watched any of like Ancient Aliens or any of those kind of shows. Um, if we look at all the different hieroglyphics and all the different um, signs in the different cultures, like the Mayan culture, the Egyptian culture, over in India, Asia, places like that, a lot of them have the same symbols over and over again. So honey usually is one that I've seen a lot pop up on there. So they've talked about it. Yay! I'm excited to do it. Um, so that is going to be, yeah. They okay. So quartz is amazing. Quartz crystal in general is just amazing. Quartz creates its own energy. If you ever take two raw pieces of quartz and like kind of tap them together in the dark, you'll see the electricity happen. Believe it or not, it'll create light. But quartz in general, think of all the electronics that we have. All electronics usually have a thing of quartz in them, or copper. Copper is the other thing that like I absolutely love using. Um, and the quartz amplifies everything. So if you know me, I've actually used a lot of quartz in my powders to amplify what I'm doing. I charge it on a, with a, I actually have a copper little pyramid that I set things under and let it charge. I put different things. Yes, it is. I put different stones on each corner so that it, whatever one that I'm making, so that it like amplifies and brings up the energy that I want, because I want, like it to create a beam or a portal. That's what a lot of people think the pyramids were for like energy sources, because they found a lot of things that like they made their own batteries out of things. Like it's interesting. It's going down a rabbit hole, like I said. But that's like why they created the pyramids, was for energy source. So pyramids are huge in the spiritual community as well as, you know, everywhere else. It's just trusting and believing. It's all about intent. I will always tell people, trust yourself, trust the intention that is coming from them. Um, if you don't mind me asking, Melissa, do you remember which ETs you work with? Do you know the species or the race? Oh, it's for Devin. Okay. Does she know? Does she know who or what race or um species? There's a lot of them, believe it or not. And I'm sure there's even more than the ones that we know. Okay, the Octurians are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I've actually gotten to Atlantis. I've gotten to go to Atlantis in one of my healing sessions. Um, And then I also got to go to another inner dimension where I also met, and I'm pretty sure it was Octurians um, that I met that helped me with some healing. Love it, but I love that's like a thing. That's why I say whenever I do my prayer in the beginning, I invite friends, loved ones, spirit guides, helpers, only those of the highest spiritual realm, because ETs are on that level. They're up in the higher realms. They're so to know when like ETs are around, you usually get a super high pitch like in your ear. And that's usually around the same for angels, but angels are just slightly a little bit lower. Um, the ETs like have like a really strong high pitch. Um, some people love working with them, some people are afraid of them, and it is what it is. But I'm glad that they embrace working with them. It's funny. So as a medium, like when we see these things, sometimes we're like, no, like we get second guess, or we're like, what? Like we see these things and we don't. We were even trying to wrap our head around like, did I just see or hear XYZ thing? It's pretty neat. Yeah, I've only gotten the deal with a couple of them. The ones that I've come across for clients a lot is unfortunately the grays, and the grays are the ones that a lot of people are afraid of, and they're usually the ones that abduct people. So, trying to help in that situation and everything. Um, there is a stone, and I've talked about this. There is a stone and it's out of Lake Loch Ness, believe it or not. That if you have it, like the ETs won't come near you because they're afraid of whatever's in Lake Loch Ness. And that stone, for some reason, gives off this like I don't know energy that they don't like. I have to find out again what it is. I haven't been able to connect with the person that knows. Um, Hopefully, I can connect with them in December. Um, they're older, so they don't come out as much, but they do like their book signings or meet and greets like a couple times a year. So, and it's usually around the holidays. So, if I find her and I get it, I will let you all know because I know I have a couple of clients that have that issue. Oh, yay! Ah. Um, yeah, but I'm glad you all are doing well. I'm glad you hopped on today and were able to take advantage of this. I'm still debating on if I want to create a witchy group or what I want to do. Just because I don't want to get the backlash. I'm sorry, but that's the main reason. I'm over drama. So and I get it. I love helping, but my helping more was for like mediumship, psychic abilities, things of that nature. Yes, I still love doing my witchy stuff, but it's kind of I keep it to myself now in a sense, which sucks, but I just don't want to, I shouldn't let somebody dictate that. But as of right now, it's kind of like still an open wound that I need to kind of process and not have everybody throw at me because you know how it is sh- that person will tell everybody and then all of a sudden I get all that hate thrown at me. And it's not fun to feel all of that energy coming in your way and having to clean that up and everything. So I'm like, I'll give it a little while. So that's the main reason why I created more of the psychic group. But we can still do like these manifestation rituals are fine. And I'd rather teach you guys. It's kind of how I am anyway. On how to do things, and then you can tweak it to you how you like to do it. So hope you learned some stuff. Yes, we can. I'm actually been working on some of my what you might call it, my guided meditations, because I'll show you real quick. So I bought a fun microphone, okay, um, that helps with keeping things a little bit more clear. And when I say things, it's just also finding the right music in the background so that we are connecting on that. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, buddy. Uh, I don't realize I do things, but I do. So that's what I'm gonna start doing those, and they're gonna be specific for specific clairs. So, like claircognizance, there's gonna be a guided meditation for. Clairsentient, there's gonna be one for. There's clairvoyance, clairaudient, like things like that is gonna, piece that together. And then again, like I said, exercises. Doing exercises like I did in the one group where I did different things, um, like posting people, picking up things that you get from their pictures. I think what else did I do? If what I'm sending you, or pick up, what stone am I going to pick up or whatever, like those kind of things, so that you can kind of start to tap into that energy. Um, and I'll think of other things because it's a lot harder to do it online versus in person, because in person I can actually give you an object, or like you can actually feel things, whereas online I have to think of it and how is it going to work for an online community, if that makes sense. Oh, okay. Nice. That's okay that you know what I mean? This is the funny thing about it, is the person that did the check thing, isn't considered witchy either. Like, she doesn't say she's a witch. She just sees the dead. She's not technically a medium. She just sees them. She just sees the dead. She can only connect with earthbounds, I should say. So the ghosts. So she can only connect with ghosts. As for people that have crossed over, that's more my field, but I also can see ghosts. So she's in that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm glad you guys got everything that you could out of this. I'm going to hop off. I hope this saves, so that people can kind of revert it back to this. And then again, like I said, I'm gonna post both of those chants in there, and then I'm gonna post how to do the check. All right. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.